Hi. Rare instance where I actually use my model when I'm in. Oh, okay, that isn't really that rare. I was like last Friday though. Last Friday. It's not that rare. This last Friday stream. Well, not the last stream, but you know, a stream however many times. It's becoming rare. Yeah. Oh well. I guess I've kind of. Guess I kind of have to warm up to it this time. Instead of, you know, yeah, instead of completely ignoring it the whole time. I gotta really do it this time. Yeah. Um, oh well. It is what it is. And yeah, the title is not the same. It's not the same. If you think it's the same, then you gotta look at it again. Right. I don't know what I was gonna do for this for this stream. I don't know. I kinda lost it. Oh well. I'm just gonna move on. Just gonna move on. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll just do something on the side because something is gonna happen and it's gonna be really interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. Alright. But yeah, hello to whoever is watching the stream at the moment, and hello to whoever is watching the VOD. I am Andrike Sky, and I'm a cyborg VTuber of the Musverse, and we're here for, more, here for more ASMR, I guess. I don't know. Everything's just been. I don't know. Maybe I just have to do something. Something. Yeah, but, well, what I mean is, later today. Possibly. I don't actually know. Yeah, I don't actually know for sure yet. But I'm assuming I'm assuming that the package is probably coming. And when it does, I have to really prepare myself again. Wasn't it coming today or next week? I thought it was coming on Sunday, but no, it's coming Monday, which is today. Yesterday, no. Yesterday was when. Yesterday was when. Oh yeah. Yeah, today, Monday. But I literally just said that. Why are you asking it as if I. Why are you asking that as if I didn't say that? Man. Yeah. Like you are one all the time. No, I'm kidding. You're not. No, actually, you kind of admit it, so fine. If you want to be dumb, then be dumb. But don't be dumb 100% of the time. That's the worst thing. You gotta use your ears, your eyes, Yeah, and your brain all in conjunction, or else none of it processes. um, why would you? I don't know. Because you're one to not pay attention 100% of the time, so, you miss out on stuff and then you kind of assume things. Maybe don't assume things this time. You know, because assuming things is bad. Until you actually have evidence. I don't know. Not like it matters, does it? Yeah, not like it matters. Apparently. Apparently you don't use your brain. Because if you don't use your brain, you're dead. Yeah. But anyway, I'm expecting the package to arrive around this day, maybe the afternoon. My pure assumption is just gonna be that, oh, it's gonna come, but it's not gonna arrive at the earliest time. It's gonna arrive when it's still at the latest, and it's just okay then, to be expected. Man, I wish I came earlier though, because my patience is really running thin, and I just keep waiting and waiting. I mean, I'm glad I'm waiting so that I could work on the stuff I should be doing for the configuration for the actual saber, but at the same time, as I keep finishing all this stuff, it's like, oh, I don't want to do it now, but it's not there. But then it's not there, so then I still gotta wait, and it's quite a bit of a wait still. Yeah, it should be fine though. Yeah, it should be fine. I don't actually know if it's gonna be fine, but I'll just assume it's fine. Yeah, I'll just assume it's fine. I guess the only thing I should be doing at the moment is to, well, I mean, I could just prepare like a new diagram for the wiring, because you know, of course, last time I did that, I screwed up by a whole lot, so it's totally different. But yeah, oh well, guess I could do that right now to make that new wiring diagram. Hello, Beast. Hello. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. And I hope everyone else is doing well too, because I completely forgot to say that. Now did I? Is this like a new project I'm working on, Andy? Why have you been calling me Andy recently? What is happening? I wonder who you took that from. Man, how rude. But yeah, it's a new project. It's kind of fun. Man, fun, they say. Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. But it's a saber install. You know, those lightsabers, but not the Disney ones, not the Hasbro ones. You know, the cool ones. Don't mind you. Sure. Sure, I won't mind you then. Fine. Fine. Fine then. Alright. I won't. I won't. But what I'm thinking of doing is, just doing the whole install by myself. And I chose the, one of the more complicated things. Just one of the more complicated things to start with, solely because I was out of impulse. I sort of regret it, but at the same time, yeah, it's gonna be fine, I assume. Oh, the Star Wars one, you mean those are pretty cool, but aren't they hard to set them? Set them? I don't know. I mean, maybe. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know. But regardless, it's difficult. it's very difficult to figure out where everything goes because there's more pieces to it than the traditional, like, beginner-friendly hilts. So, it's gonna be a bit of a struggle. I was so cute when I was looking for them, and my excitement had you happy. Wow. Okay, then. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Why is it gotta be cute, man? I'm not cute, how dare you? I'm just the way I am. Obnoxious. I was, though. No. No. Never. Never cute. Who said that? Yes? No. Shut up. It's not about being cute, it's about being analytical. And, yeah. Analytical, I say. Yeah. 'Cause, it's all opinion based. Yeah, I'm not cute, definitely not the cute nerd type, yeah, sure, absolutely. I sense a bit of doubt. A bit of doubt behind that. I don't know how to feel. Yeah, I don't know about that. No. Totally not that person. Never. Never. Okay, I'm really gonna have to think about this. Because, okay, where was I at? I was previously talking about the wiring diagram, and that was a huge screw up, because clearly I didn't know what I was looking at. But now I have a much better understanding, and now I have more confidence that it'll work out in the end. But I feel like I still need to make sure I connect everything correctly with the correct placements, because it's like, just because I have the wiring diagram doesn't mean it's gonna work out the same way when it all assembles into the chassis, I guess. It's not the same. it's not the same. Like, it could just be like an upside down orientation, and it's even more difficult to think about with that. But yeah, I could have chosen a much easier hilt to start with, but I didn't. I chose a really difficult one to use, and here I am, being being the one I am to challenge myself in the most unpredictable ways. Just like last year, but this project is okay. Well, all projects are kind of just by interest, by my own self-interest, not really thinking too much about the community aspect of it. I mean, the community aspect of it is like a plus more than like the main focus. So that's what I mean by, oh, it's just, that's just what it is. um, but it's gonna be interesting. As an art student, sounds like a really hard task, but you'll send all your support to your Oshi. I'm your Oshi? Oh my god. I can't believe it. That's something I wouldn't have thought about. But yeah, I will do my best. Yeah, man. Yeah, I feel like it doesn't really hit until, more people say it, but yeah, I appreciate that. I will ganbate. Gun bear. Yeah, totally gun bear. Cause they definitely say that, right? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I have to redo the wiring diagram because the one I was looking at clearly wasn't the right way of doing things. And it's also considering that I'm working with more accent LEDs than you normally would have for a first time install. Because I mentioned, I think I mentioned it, that the switches on there, the tactile switches, it just sounds like keyboard building now, but no, it's not related to that. The switches have built-in LEDs on them, and they're very interesting because they're not just one-colored LEDs that you would expect. They're actually neopixels as well, so they'll be virtually any color. Yeah, virtually any color. So it's not just like a fixed color that you would expect from an accent LED. And that's why it's so weird. Isn't it going to be like $100 the new one? You mean $100 for? Oh wait, no, I'm not talking about the Switch 2. I'm talking about the I'm still talking about my project. You're No, don't worry about it. I feel like it's really difficult to explain the things I want to explain when there's no visual aid with me. So maybe I should try that again. Maybe I should try that again. The way I kinda had it set up before? I don't remember. Yeah, don't worry about it. Oh yeah, speaking of Switch 2, if I really want to go there, their pricing is actually insane. I mean, not the console prices, that's a little understandable. Like $450 for the console, $500 if you're trying to get Mario Kart World with it. But what really upset people was the pricing of the games, which it was like $80 for the digital version of like the main games, and then like $90 for physical games. I'm like, I mean, those are the rumored prices anyway. I mean, I think it's the announced prices as well, but that's, yeah, it is just crazy. I'm just wondering why would they do this? Why would they price their games so high like that? At first I thought I was really hyped about it, and then the hype got killed as soon as the prices for the games were announced, and I just don't feel motivated anymore. Oh well. Better luck next time, I guess. Oh, it's not even accounting for the tariffs as well. I feel like the tariffs are also gonna affect the price by a bit as well, and it's gonna be even worse than how it was at the standard price. So it's gonna suck. They got no reason for like they yeah. They're already a multi-million-dollar company. That's true. I don't know why they keep doing this. They like Nintendo keeps making such a bad name for themselves. Man. So it's dumb. Like, the pricing of the console, fine. We've seen other consoles before be around the same price or whatever, maybe even cheaper, but then the games come in, and then all of a sudden it's so much worse. Yeah. You'd understand if it was a single person doing all the work, but they're a huge company and got tons of people working for them. Yeah, that's true. The games, man, that's what sucks. That's what sucks. To make the games, and then all of a sudden it's even weirder. It's really weird. I don't get it. I don't get why they do this. Oh, I gotta grab something. It's gotta be. Whoop. Oh, okay, never mind. Alright. Yeah, in any case, I'm not gonna get that thing. I'm fine with my original Switch. Oh yeah, and I keep... The thing is, the Switch 2 is also cross, like... Wait, it was... it's compatible with the previous, like, Switch 1 games, but there are other, like, certain Switch games that, you know, have, like, enhanced versions or something. And then it's like, oh, if you want, like, you previously owned the game, right? But if you want to play those games on your new Switch 2, you gotta pay an extra $30 just for the same game. You know, but with like a tiny bit more. It's so stupid. Like, the greed, man. I'm like, oh my god, you gotta pay more for the same. It's so greedy. They just make some of the weirdest decisions, and it's not fair. Yeah, it's definitely not fair. sounds bullshit to you. You kill yourself, you have to pay even more money on them. Yeah. So that's kind of what's happening with the Switch 2. But I'm not gonna bother with them. It's a shame because their games are cool, but the whole thing is just messed up. Yeah. They their games are the reason why I still, play them, but because of their ethics, it's slowly getting, okay, not slowly, but it's gradually getting more difficult to really support them for their decision making. It's really bad. It's like they haven't learned from before. Absolutely. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not gonna care about that for another year or so. Maybe not even a year. I'm not even gonna care about it for the next 3 years or whatever. It's just become difficult to really understand their approach. It's bad. It's just bad. I don't like where they're going with it. So yeah. Oh well. I'm not gonna talk too much about that anymore. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about that anymore with the Switch 2 stuff. What I was talking about before was this, I guess. I mean, these switches, not the Switch 2. I was talking about this wiring diagram. I changed up the diagram because clearly there's more to it than just this. This is a really weird diagram. I don't understand what I'm trying to get at here. But my tactile switches do not look like this. They're different looking. And my blade connector doesn't look like this. It's actually supposed to look like this. But I don't use this configuration because this one is the fourth variant of it. So I'm trying to use this side of it. So then it doesn't have to, switch around too much with this and whatever. What the hell, feels like you're watching the inside of my cyborg brain. Well, could be what's happening inside my arm or my eye, but not really my brain. My brain is still 80% there. Oh well. But to understand what the heck is happening here, smooth brain or wrinkly brain? Oh, mine is very wrinkly. In order to know what I'm doing, I gotta be a wrinkly brained person. What I mean here, is that this circuit board is basically just the brains of the whole lightsaber, and this is where you would connect your blade, just right here, and then here's your kill switch to preserve your power, and there's your two buttons. One is for powering on, and one is for some cool effects. And there's your battery, and then there's your LED there's your other LED. But the thing is, I have two of these things, so I gotta change it up. And then I gotta duplicate like this in the diagram. Okay. Man. So I have to change up how the diagram looks, so it's easier to process what's happening. Because clearly this is not accurate to what I have right now. I might have to change up how the kill switch is, and I definitely have to change up what the LEDs would look like. One of them is for a crystal, a very fancy feature, and this one is supposed to be for the switches, but it cannot be put in the same area because this diagram editor is not in-depth enough. If it was just for a standard setup, like let's just say without the LEDs, it's a lot easier to process, so then there's not too much to worry about. But because I got like 3 more elements to it, because I'm working with like 2 of the switches to have at the LEDs and then 1 LED for the crystal, that means I have to add this much to it. And now it's just very confusing. And the bigger problem arises when the diagram shows that all the positive wires go up to the middle here of the kill switch. Now, I don't know if there's anything inherently wrong with this. All I know is that it just looks like all of that is going towards the kill switch instead of like connecting it however you do and then just putting it right there. And then there's the battery positive, which for some reason goes into here. I mean, I feel like I should still follow the diagram, but at the same time I should still reference someone else's like install video to see how they approach the situation. Because sometimes, yes, they link it together, like 2 of these wires here and there, and then like the battery over here, and then put into this pad. But then there's other places where they link all the battery positives, like this one, to all this, and then connect it all to this one. And that's where it gets really, really weird. So I have to decide how the diagram looks at the end of it. Because if I don't, it'll explode. Just like my brain. Sounds really complicated, but so interesting at the same time. Keep it up, nerd. Man, that sounds so... it sounds so weird. But fine. Alright then. Alright, but what I want to do is to try and make up a new diagram so it's easier to follow, and also so it's up to date with what I have on hand. I mean, okay. Because there's these button negatives, and they go to battery negative, but I prefer to put that into the ground pad. You know, ground. You know, the ground. You know, the ground you lay onto. No, I'm kidding. That's totally not what it means. You connect both of these negatives on the button to kind of minimize the stuff, minimize the clutter, and then you put it right there. Ground, you hardly know her. Ground pound on your never mind. I'm not gonna say that. That's bad. That's bad, I'm not gonna say that. Ayo? No. Anyway, that was a horrible joke, I'm sorry. Bonk. Well. And there's this battery negative. This one's actually intended for this pad. And then there's these negatives that I prefer to put on the ground. So I don't want to connect them all to this. I mean, technically it doesn't matter, because they're bridged together, so that means they're in the same connection. But I want to keep it clean and organized, sorted the way they should be sorted. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to decide how the wires go. That's one. that's that. Oh yeah, if I want to show like what the the package has, I've got the tools to do all that. I did it and all. It's impressive. I mean, I mostly have the tools. The only thing I'm waiting for is my wires. I don't have wires right now. I'm waiting for my package to arrive. And I keep talking about it on Twitter that that I just keep waiting for it. This is basically what the wires are. They're just gonna be very varied with colors and sizes. And this is what I'm gonna use for connecting everything together. And this is what I have to work off from. I could have wished I got a little bit more sizes, I guess. Like 24 gauge. Maybe. But I could still work with this one. 22 gauge. Mainly for the stuff that takes up a lot of the power. 28 gauge for the stuff that takes a tiny bit of power, and then the 30 gauge for the ones that are very tiny with the tasks. So it's quite interesting. I'm going to be the most awesome VTuber once I finish it, you're sure of it, man? No, I'm far from awesome. If I'm the most awesome VTuber, then I would be soaring. But I'm in my little corner of the VTuber space, just hidden out of sight. But yeah, I'm gonna have to label which wires go where, because 22 gauge I know goes for the battery, and the connector for the blade. Although technically it's called the hilt side connector, but it's for the blade. 28 gauge for your speakers, I think. Or yeah, it could be for speakers, it could be for buttons, but I think the buttons would be like this one. I have to be careful or else I'll get a new robot arm. Yeah, it looks like if I fail, then yeah, it really is gonna happen. Lore accurate Andrike with the saber. No, it's not. It's totally not. If it was lore accurate, it would be the other hilt. It would be the other hilt, not the one I'm working with right now. I mean, if I get enough money, then I could buy the other hilts. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not thinking of that for another year. It's not happening. Not at all. If anything, if I want a new saber, then I'm just gonna buy it instead of trying to install it myself. You still have to pay me the other half of the rig. Well, I'm not even done with the model yet, so you could just hold on to that when I'm done. You know. Alright. Cool. But yeah. Oh, right. I forgot one other thing. I forgot one other thing. An OLED display. Fancy OLED display, you know, a very fancy, tiny display. I'm gonna definitely add this. And, it's very easy to wire. You just match up, like, the labels to the other labels, like SCL and SDA from these wires, and then the last two are a little bit confusing, but goes into this one. The other one goes to ground. Goes to the spare ground. Yippee! Oh, the echo? What do you mean the echo? Yippee! I don't know. I don't think I have echo. Do I? I mean, I don't have binaural. It's like, oh. I don't know. But I'm gonna have a tiny display here. It's like, I forgot the dimensions of it. Forgot the dimensions, but you can be really creative with the audio's making an echo effect. What do you mean? I haven't done anything though. What? I haven't done anything to my settings. You serious? Man. I literally haven't touched it. Man. I haven't touched any of it. Oh, is it echoing? I gotta... Man, the only audio that's on is my mic. No game audio, no media audio, no other audio. Check on my stream. What the heck is happening then? What do you mean? I don't hear it. No, I don't. You gaslit me. How dare you gaslight me? You're banned. You're banned. I didn't hear it. I checked my stream just now. You can hear it. You're not gaslighting. Well, I don't hear it. No one... It's kinda just how I sound. Man, what do you mean it's kinda how I sound? That's just mean. I sound like I'm echoing to you every time I talk to you, Wampy. Is that how it is? You sound crazy. Man. I don't know, if anything, just refresh it. Refresh the stream. Because Twitch can be very deceiving. I don't know. What was the dimensions, man? The dimensions. What do they mean? What do they mean? Oh, it's fixed. Man, gaslit me into it was your bad internet. Wow. I figured. Teehee. yeah, as you said before, don't mind you. Man, it was kinda cute. What do you mean cute? What part was cute? What? I don't get it. There was nothing cute about that. That just means I'm scuffed. If it really happened. But of course nothing happened. Got me panicking. Cause what if it happened for the past however many minutes and then you only mention it then? Man. Okay, anyway, the display is 128 by 32 pixels. Cute enough, man. Don't get tired of reading it everywhere. Man. I get used to it. Nah. I eventually just say, no, not cute. Never. Better get used to it. Nah, too bad. I'm fine. Alright, good to know. Anyway, this display is 132 pixels by 128 pixels by 32 pixels. It's a very tiny display. Just to cry. Yeah, cry some more. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, this display is going to be very tiny, but you can play animations through this if you render it properly. If you get each individual frame, you can play whatever the hell you want there. Assuming, assuming they are sized properly. Oh really? Well, I tried a thing. I tried a little experiment here. That's awesome. Well, I mean, it really depends. Okay, what I tried to do. Okay, it's like really difficult because it's like two colors only, so it's gonna be like black and white, or in my case I have a blue OLED display, so it's only gonna be blue and black. But what I could show is what was it? It's gotta be somewhere here. There it is. Is it not? Oh, that's tiny. the way it's tiny, because it's legitimately that small. I tried to make you know, an icon for my saber font. I tried to make an icon for it, so it'll look like this. It's just gonna be a picture because I'm lazy for an actual animation. But if you want to imagine it, it'll fit onto the display like this. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's very interesting how it becomes like this. But you can see the vision. Yeah, and it'll become reality, assuming I did things right. It's nice. Yeah, it's very nice. And then there's the other thing. Let's say a much more complicated one. This one is the one with the animation. Remember? Actually, no, no one remembers the last time I did it. I'm going to do fine, don't worry. I appreciate it. But yeah, this one is the much more complicated one. If anyone was there last time I was doing, like, the silent stream for, like, making, like, a saber font with Fuamoko in it, this was partly the thing that I was trying to do. And, there's a lot. There's a lot of frames to it. It's like a slideshow. Whoa! And well, assuming that it works out, it'll play out the whole animation and then it'll just loop the whole thing through. I didn't do any of it. I mean, I cleaned up the frames after it rendered the actual source footage properly. The only thing I took from it was just the, the I don't remember what the name of it is. I'll eventually remember the name, but I took the footage of their music video and I tried to find the best part of it to try and put into the OLED display, and I rendered it out in a software that allows me to convert it into the proper dimensions, and then I cleaned up the frames a bit to make sure it didn't look too grainy or coarse, so then it looked proper. And after that, I did it. And assuming it works out, of course, it'll play out the whole thing, and it'll just loop until it just stops. Oh yeah, the song is Born to be Bowdle. Born to be Bowdle. And all that is going to happen just by connecting a few wires. That's magic to you. Yeah, it's very cool. Dark magic. No, not dark magic. It's just the future. Yeah, it's just 4 wires, and then you connect them into the board, and then boom, it's done. Oh, maybe, assuming it works out in the end with all the wiring connections. Oh yeah, and I think the speakers are the easiest ones to wire in because there's just only negative and positive. But frankly, there's no actual orientation that matters. As long as you connect the wires, then it's good. It's the future. Yeah, it's the future. Oh my god. Yeah. It's the future. What the future may hold. Whoa. Man. I don't know. It's just I just find it interesting. Yeah. Have to work with wires that are colored in various ways, and I have to work with wires that are sized in various ways. And then I have to wish myself good luck. Actually make sure it works out. It's really interesting, but your brain is too smooth to even think about. Yeah. Speaking of smooth, the saber has smooth swing. Ha 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 ha. Basically, swing very smooth. The sounds are gonna be very clean, and the sound changes depending on how fast you swing or how slow you swing. It's gonna be like woo or whoom. It's very cool. I feel like that's the coolest thing that's happened with sabers, I guess. Yeah, definitely that, for sure. You like that? Yeah, and it's the thing that's even better than what you get at Disney, whichever Disney. Could be Disneyland, could be Hollywood Hollywood Studios. Not Universal Studios, I mean Disney Hollywood Studios, because that's the one with all the Star Wars lanes. You're sure it's better than the ones at Disney? Yeah, they are. They are better. I guess the only thing that Disney has more of than, what we would have with, like, these customization, like custom lightsaber stuff, is just the experience. The experience of being able to actually, be there and get what you want. Be in, like, immersion of being in the, the universe. That's pretty much the only plus of it. The rest of it is not really that good. The electronics, outdated. And the hilts that they have, way too thick and wide. And it doesn't involve all the math and physics stuff I'm trying to do by myself. Yeah. I mean, it's not really physics based, but I guess it kind of is at the same time, which is good for dumb people like you. I don't know. I feel like, okay, I have very good deals for you. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna. Man, advertising? Man, I shall not advertise a website that, I bought from. Deals? I don't know. I don't know. It's very, it's very, interesting. Yeah, it's very interesting. Let me let me tell you, there are very cheap sabers out there that will still outperform the Disney sabers. You're not so smart when it comes to stuff like that. That's why you do arts and dumb fan arts. Man, your fan arts are not dumb. Your art. You just use your creative side of the brain. It's not the smart side, but it's the very very imaginative side. It's the kind of side that you imagine. Speaking of, would I like a new one? You managed to buy a new app to draw silly things. I mean, I always appreciate fan art, so if you want to, go ahead. I don't mind at all. Yippee. Yeah, anything you want. As long as it's, reasonable. Let's, I mean, I'm sure you'll be reasonable with it. Anyway, I'm looking at stuff. How do I say this without sounding like I'm shilling for them? Okay, there's these very cheap hilts. It's from the same site that I bought my hilt at, but they also sell the cheaper kind of stuff as well. They sell the quality ones and they sell the quantity ones. You like the purple one? Oh yeah, this one's the cheapest model they have. It's mass produced with this one, and this one's provided by, I don't don't know if I want to say it, but I guess I have to say it, is provided by a company called TXQ, which they're known for, just, whatever the heck, being very cheap providers of sabers. Like they have original looking models, or they have replica models. But the only drawback is just that they're cheap. Which could be a thing that's good, but also could be a thing that's bad. I mean, I don't think that the materials that they use are bad. It's just that it could be a little bit better, I guess. But you do get what you get. You get what you pay for. I mean, man, do I even want to show? Do I even want to show it? Man, I don't know. Screw it. This one's like $129.50. And then yeah, as they say, if it's cheap, then you're paying for cheap quality. Yeah, but TXQ is... What? That's too much. Too much? Man. It's relative. You don't want to know how much I paid for my own stuff. If you think that's too much, then in your country that's a ton of money. Yeah, but we're looking at a scale of sabers here, because you know how Disney sabers are? They're twice the amount of money that you pay for. They're twice the amount. And I say, in comparison with the Disney sabers, this one's actually a better deal, I guess. You're right, you're for gore. But yeah, of course there's, of course it's just a hobby. It's just a hobby. No one is really gonna care. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I didn't read that message before because I was being so invested. Makes you happy to give all the fan art in the world. You're not that good, but it makes you happy that I like it. What do you mean not that good? You're very good with it. Don't undermine yourself like that. Your art's very nice. I like it a lot. So keep at it. It's all nice. Love it. Love it a lot. Yeah, don't undermine yourself like that, please. You're very good. You're very talented. I mean, I'm talented, but in a different way. We're talented, or we are all talented. We specialize in different things. Yeah. So yeah, don't feel like you're not good enough. You are much more than you think. Alright? Shit, your heart. Yeah, your heart. Hit you right in the heart. Shot in the heart. I'm kidding. But yeah, relative to sabers, this model is actually cheap. And this one actually includes everything you need. In other websites, you would find it for twice the amount. Even the ones that are most widely known. But this one actually gives you everything. This one gives you the electronics, the blade, the fancy blade, and a charging cable, and extra toolkits, probably for blade retention, to tighten your blade into the hilt so your blade doesn't fall out when you're swinging around with it. And a manual so you know what you're doing with it. Has everything plus the extra stuff. Yeah. And then this one has the ENVtuber soundboard. Sounds like a deal. It's like a huge deal in comparison with like other resellers, because I know there's resellers for the same brand, but they simply do not sell it cheaper than this one. Is it a scam? No, because I bought from Saber Bay before, and it's very nice. Very nice. Very nice hilt. They give you all the electronics you need. They give you the chassis that you need. Sounds like a scam too good to be true. No, but the guy who works or the guy who manages Saber Bay, had a really good reputation. He does commissions. He just recently got a laser engraver, and if you want to, you can also laser engrave certain sabers. Have laser engravings, or if you want to, you could have weathering on sabers or some powder coats. No, this guy's reputable. Widely reputable. Even people like Adam Savage, got parts from him. So, yeah. You know Adam Savage, right? You know that guy? Unless you don't know, but, oh well. If you don't know him, then, oh well. You barely managed to get your first 20 books so far from all that stuff. Don't worry about it. Soon enough, you'll be getting all those monies. You'll be getting all that. Yeah. In terms of the soundboard, this one's a good budget soundboard, if I say so myself. It includes everything you need. It also includes the smooth swing that I mentioned before. Flash on clash, which just lights the blade a whole different color when you clash your saber against the surface or something. Gesture controls. I don't really prefer them, but I know some people do. I feel like for this one button setup, it may take a little bit of time to turn off the saber, so then people twist off, they do a gesture to just quickly have it turn off, or they kind of swing it to do whatever the heck to turn it on. And this is starting to sound really off context. I don't want to say it any further now. You just realized while watching the sharing screen I got my own little cursor. Yeah, my own little cursor. So cute. Yeah. How did I do it? Just a cursor editing software. It could be done on a website, but in order to actually import the cursor, you gotta actually put that into whatever files into your cursors in your computer. But once you get your files for your cursor, then you could add it in, and then boom, a nice cursor like this. This cursor is also available in my Discord server, but you gotta be subbed. But I call it a perk of being a sub to my channel. constantly promoting my own stuff here. I'm really trying, man. You're so bad at with technology, I sound like a god of computer engineering to you. Ironically, I do not specialize in computer engineering. And I'm not a... yeah, no. I'm just dabbling into stuff. What? Yeah, no. Not. Anyway, blade lockup. Man. Yeah, different engineering. Anyway, blade lockup, meaning that if you clash with a different blade, well, you kind of have to do the actions yourself, but blade lockup just kind of means you can mimic as if you're dueling with someone else, and then you could hold on to a blade and then I don't know, like one of those moments in duels where you kind of clash with blades and then you kind of hold on to those blades, kind of like that. And you could adjust your blade color, and then you could remove the battery if you don't need to use it, and you can remove the chassis if you want to make any edits. And then it includes an SD card with whatever sound fonts. 27 sound fonts is a lot of sound fonts. I know my SD card, when I got it, it had like maybe 43 total things. Let me double check that. It had around like 40 plus stuff. Okay, that's way more than I thought. It's like, yeah, maybe it's probably like 43. 43 sound fonts. Sure, I'll get a blue one. The thing is, you can adjust the blade to any color you want. It's not just a single color, it's multiple. You can make this purple one green, or you can make this green one purple, or you can make it white, or you can make it orange, red, the rainbow man. You can actually make your blade rainbow. If you actually get the correct settings. I don't think you can do it with this soundboard in particular though. But if you get like a different soundboard, you can definitely get a rainbow blade. I mean, wait. No, I'm pretty sure you can do a rainbow effect on this one too. The RGB guy. Get all the colors of the wheel. Yeah. Yeah, 12 colors, 9 blade effects, 11 boot effect options. I don't know. You can customize it to whatever you want. And I think, to my knowledge, you can also... yeah, I think you can also use Bluetooth with this. So I think if you use their app, then you can adjust things with your phone. You can even turn on the lightsaber with the phone instead of pressing the button on the saber itself. So you can kind of mimic having the force. Just kind of wave your hand and then secretly press on your phone screen on with the other hand, and then whoosh. I don't know. I'm just being really funny. I did not get a Bluetooth module for my saber because I thought it was a really weird thing to have, and also there was too much to configure anyway, so that's why I don't have Bluetooth. If I did, holy crap, does it add so much to it. Like, as soon as Bluetooth is added, you gotta change so much of it. That's why I don't want Bluetooth on it. Maybe if I chose a normal setup, then maybe. But I clearly don't have a setup that is easy to work with, so I gotta do what I gotta do. If I got something this complicated without the Bluetooth, just imagine the trouble would be to work with the other one. Yep. It's gonna be even more troublesome. It's possible, but it's very complicated. I mean, just look at how much there is to wire. Just like these two wires go to here, and then this one goes to here, and then you gotta share this one with the OLED display, and then this one also is shared with the OLED display, except this one goes to the other ground for some reason. Yeah, this one's wild. I'm not gonna. Yeah, and also Profi is not like this soundboard in particular is not very easy to work with. So I can't just do it. Yeah, anyway, there are many more options than the ones I showed you. There's all these other designs. I prefer this design over this design though. It's only like $3 more, so I prefer to just get this one over this one, because this one's very plain, but this one actually has designs. And then there's all these ones, and then this one's sold out. This one's on sale, and this one's on sale, and all these ones. But these ones are the cheap ones. But they're very good to start with. Yeah, they're very good to start with. They'll give you everything you need, for sure. Oh yeah, you want to know which one I got though? I mean, I already showed the pricing of it, but might as well show it again. This is the one I have right now. Right now, this is the one I have. This one's for the empty hilt only. This hilt by itself, man. But I got it at a sale, so it's like 30% off from this one, or 35%. I don't know. When I bought the empty hilt, it was under $100. So it looks like this. Yeah, nice. It's a very nice hilt. It has inspiration from other hilt designs. So like Darth Vader section up here, like 2 buttons up here, maybe like Revan, and then Darth Maul here, Count Dooku a tiny bit, and then Mace Windu a tiny bit here, and Kylo Ren or Ben Solo here, and then this greater section here is Ventress or other Maul. I don't know, both of them have that kind of design. And then Emperor Palpatine with this side of the emitter. And then this is where the display will go. Except it's definitely not here. But I removed the copper piece. This is removable, so yeah. I mean, if you don't put the display, then you could have this as an accent piece, so not too bad. And here's a weathered version. Very dark looking. Very intense. And then there's this display. I'm assuming it'll look like this anyway. if I get this correct. But it'll be a tiny display, but it'll show stuff if it works out. Oh yeah, and this is what I mean by like it's gonna get really complicated. These buttons light up, and then this section lights up, and then this section lights up. I don't know. Again, really complicated stuff. Oh yeah, and here's the other color options, I guess. Full black, or a silver, or the weathered version. I don't know, I feel like the full black version is a little too much. And then like the silver shroud kind of gives a little bit of character, so it's not as bad, but I think it's still too much, like too much black, for my taste anyway. Then there's the full silver, which this one's too much silver. And with this one, it's not as bad looking. So, yeah. And now we're back to the beginning. Oh yeah. And here's the chassis you have to work with. And you see the buttons here? These are no ordinary buttons. See the ones from the diagram? These are different. These are just normal buttons. The ones here though, they have LEDs. 2 LEDs on each one of them. Right here, and right here, and then right here, and right here. This is the Bluetooth module that I did not get. This is the kill switch. This is the battery. And this is normally where the crystal would be. And then underneath here is where the speaker will go. And this is the soundboard. This one is the Crystal Focus soundboard, not the Profi board. And this is the backside of the switch, a tiny bit of it. And then this is where your display will go. Yeah, your OLED display. Your OLED display, right there. And the reason why the grooves are here is so it actually fits into the hilt right here. Because this section actually separates itself. You can slide this whole thing out. And then you can have this other piece. I don't know. it's gonna be quite complicated. It's gonna be quite complicated with this one. Yeah. And if you want to know what the switches look like from very up close, there's the LEDs. Very tiny LEDs. 2 of them right here and here. The pads for the button itself, and the pads for the LEDs, and an extra data pad in case you link the buttons together in series, so then you can have the LEDs line up so it's so it counts more as 4 LEDs together instead. But yeah, it's oh my god, like see, look at this. Look at this whole thing. The whole thing I have to pay attention to. You're gonna go and get ready for class at 6 a.m. over here. Alright, good luck. Good luck with class. Alright. And thank you for the good luck on my end. I will see you later. Alright. Alright. Goodbye. Bye. Don't worry, man. Oh yeah, and there's this one. This one's for the crystal. And then this. Yeah, I won't worry. I'm sure I'll get it first try. And if it blows up, then I'm gonna have to buy new parts again. It's gonna suck. But I think I'll get it. Because I know for a fact that these wires should go into these pads. Not into this one, but these ones. Yeah. These pads. It's very complicated, I say. Yeah. It's so dumb. It's very, very dumb. It's It's very dumb. Oh well. And that's why I need to do my research. Because if I don't, I'll, I won't be able to make it. But I'm sure I'll be able to. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing to worry about. And that's what I have to work with. I just spent so much time just yapping about that, but I haven't even started the whole diagram that I was about to make. And that's so dumb. The whole diagram that I could have had, but I got completely distracted by that whole thing. Yay. Alright, but it'll be a bit of time before I get to understand what I'm looking at. Yeah. Just a bit of time. Quite a bit of time. Yeah. I just keep looking and looking, and then I just don't know exactly whether it'll work out well or if it's gonna screw up. But no, I'm sure I'll be fine if I just follow the manual. There is a manual for this, but I still don't really know if I should trust it enough. But it'll have to be this way. Yeah, it'll have to be this way. Yeah, it's gonna be very, very interesting. Yeah. Yeah, just very interesting. I'm sure it'll work out fine, but also it's a little scary. But I'm sure if things work out, then it'll be completely fine. I just keep having doubts because, like, sometimes it's done in this way, sometimes it's done in that way, and sometimes it's not even done in any of those ways. But I think it'll be just the way it is. Yeah, nothing wrong would happen. Not yet, anyway. Because I have this and that. Yeah, I'm sure if I just follow the diagram, the default diagram, as well as follow the manual, and as long as I know which things go where, then it won't be that bad. Hopefully. Hopefully it won't be that bad. Yeah. 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 But in any case, I'm not sure. I might end stream. Oh, not right now. Maybe I'll still think of stuff. I don't know. I'm trying to think of stuff. 'Cause let's just say I still need to really adjust everything. Yeah, just adjust absolutely everything from it. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't even know. Oh well. Yeah. But man, it's really gonna be a lot. It's gonna be so much. Like, damn. It's gonna be really weird. It's... yeah. Soon enough, I'll get things sorted. I still gotta get some... what was it? Still trying to really think here. Yeah, I have no idea the heck reverse orientation would do. Yeah, I still don't know what reverse orientation would affect. USB towards blade. Oh, crap. Is that how it is? Because if that is the case, I am actually gonna have to have the reverse orientation. Because from the looks of it, I actually have to make it the reverse orientation. Dang it, man. Gosh darn it. And I thought it was free. But it looks like I have to redo my config file. Man. There's, again, so much that I have to do. Yeah, there's so much I have to do. Yeah, let me go check. Yeah, it's very strange. It's very, very strange. I feel like the matter of fact here is that I haven't actually done ASMR. I've just been talking very softly. Yeah, I've just been talking very softly for the longest time. Yeah, I really have to change it. Change the config. But also, I also have to update it. Because it's... Because I don't have the... I don't have the Fuamoko Saber font in the config yet. So I'm really gonna have to do all these things. And it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck because I haven't even thought about it, so oh well. Yeah, let's just do this. Am I gonna name it? Yeah, sure, whatever. Oh no, why did I have the... I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to have the track name to be full, but clearly it's really difficult. Very difficult to just put it like that. Alright, anyway. And I had some... Man, this makes no sense. This makes no sense because, I said I was gonna have an updated wiring diagram, but I also have to change the... I really also have to change, like, the config file too, so it's not exactly too straightforward. I thought it was gonna be, but no, not anymore. And then this one. I'm not gonna delete those things yet. Yep. Alright. Alright. Probably seems to be in order. I don't actually know, but, no, I'll just have to see. I'll generate the config. Shoot. I probably have to edit to replace it as well. Crap. And then I have to drag. Wait, do I have to drag? Wait, where's anything? I thought I knew what I was doing. Oh, it's all the way down there. Man, why is it gotta be all the way down there for? Oh, just have to see. Right. I guess that config is updated. Yeah, so USB is gonna go towards the blade, which is not very traditional, but because of how I'm wiring things, it is gonna have to be the other way around. Unfortunately. So no, I can't do it the other way. I can't orient it the other way, because if I do, then I won't have any access to the SD card, so I'm basically forced to wire things the opposite direction. And that's gonna be a little bit awkward. So I'm gonna not only have to redo the wiring diagram, but I'm also gonna have to reposition everything so it makes sense according to what I'm doing. So yeah, it's complicated. It's extremely complicated. I thought it was gonna be so simple until it wasn't. Yep, that's it. That's how bad it's become. And well, I guess I gotta... Wait, what? Why did it do that? I thought I copied... Does it just not... Okay, well, that's a little awkward. Well, yeah, I just have to change it up. Yeah, I gotta change up a lot of it. It's gonna suck, but I gotta deal with it. Yep. Yeah. It's also kind of... It's fun, but also not at the same time. Oh, man. It should be fine. Oh god. And then I'm moving it, and then it's pretty much gone really weird all of a sudden. Okay. Could move it like this. If I want to assume that's like this, then that's probably a good way of... Yeah, no, I know I'm not showing any of it on stream, but it's really not... It's really not worth looking at the diagram while it's kind of there. So I apologize if anything is just extremely confusing going into it. But trust me, when you see everything with the diagram, it's gonna be even more confusing. Okay, maybe not that confusing, but I still think it's gonna be not too great to look at. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be that good to look at if I show it on screen. and on stream. Yeah, I might end stream soon because it's it's getting a little strange. Where's does that go? It just connects, doesn't it? Yeah, it just connects. Right. The kill switch. Right. That's gonna be a lot. That's gonna be a lot to look at. Alright. I'll just leave that out alone. I'll just leave that alone. I'll look at that later. Because it's... yeah, it's just a whole bunch of nonsense. That's where it gets a little confusing. Oh well. Yeah, the most problematic part I'm just facing is just the kill switch. Just how much do I have to put exactly? Like here and there. But I suppose it isn't really too big of an issue. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, shit. It's just a little strange. Yeah, just a tiny bit strange. Yeah. I'll figure that out later. Doing it on stream right now is just awkward. So I'll just hold off on that. And well, probably just might just end stream right now. Yeah. Alright. It's a bit strange for me to do for an ASMR stream, but I suppose I got some stuff. No, not really some stuff sorted. I definitely didn't get anything sorted. But hopefully, hopefully I get to do ASMR that's a lot more proper than this. Because all I was doing was just blabbering on, and that's not so fun for an ASMR stream. It's more like a chatting stream, but disguised as an ASMR stream. So at the end, it's really not anything to fall asleep to, unless someone fell asleep. But I don't think so. It hasn't exactly been like it hasn't exactly been sleep-inducing at all. So yeah, no, I don't think so. Oh well, but I'm just gonna head out for tonight. Okay, but assuming that the package arrives today later, then I'll immediately start working on it. But not until I actually figure out the wiring diagram that I'm gonna have to figure out for myself. So, yeah. But I'll be streaming next time on Tuesday, probably Ghost of Tsushima, and that'll happen around the same time as the stream. I'm never on time, but 11:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is when you could expect me to stream at the earliest. So, yeah. I'll be back for sure. And then when the next time I do ASMR, I promise it'll be a lot more proper. So, yeah. All right. I mean, if I'm done with the saber, then actually, no, that's a horrible idea. I was gonna say, I'm gonna show it off in my ASMR stream, or maybe even the next stream. But I have to remind myself that the speaker is really loud when it comes to the saber. I can adjust the volume of it, but I know for sure it's never gonna be enough to lower it down, so oh well, that's too bad. Alright, but I'm gonna head out for tonight, so yeah. Anyway, thank you to whoever stopped by to watch the stream, and thank you to whoever stopped by to watch the VOD. I appreciate it as always, and I'll see everyone next stream. Alright, goodbye.